Warning, the topics in the following may seem offensive to some, and we advise you proceed with caution.
I wouldn't have imagined that Godzillas would be tremendously sexually compatible with humans.
Hello and good evening. I'm Gareth.
I'm Harry from the channel GameHog.
I'm Ed.
And welcome to Would You Rather, the radio game show podcast thing where we dissect difficult decisions and cook up kooky conundrums. This show differs from other versions of the game as we delight in debate and are fluent in nonsense. We start with round 1, where we play the classic setup of Would You Rather. I ask the teams which would they rather and award points for the most convincing and or entertaining argument. Before we go on, please don't forget to like and subscribe, click the bell and all that crap. And yeah, let's get started. Round 1. Gentlemen, would you rather have a Godzilla-sized girlfriend or a human-sized Godzilla girlfriend?
What? That's the one you start with?
Yeah.
Does the human-sized Godzilla girlfriend... Is she like a Godzilla that just rampages through cities and tries to break things? Or does she act like a...
Hey, what, the
human...
Godzilla-sized girlfriend?
No, the human-sized
Godzilla girlfriend.
Godzilla girlfriend.
Well, I suppose, if by rampaging through cities, you mean rampaging through bedrooms.
How would sex work with a Godzilla-sized woman? Because, I mean, that's not going to work, is it? I mean...
Well, it would if you're a freight train.
That's true. Sadly, I'm not a freight train.
I wouldn't have imagined that Godzillas would be tremendously sexually compatible with humans.
You don't know that, you don't know them.
You don't know, man.
Well, even a Godzilla-sized human wouldn't be that sexually compatible with an ordinary-sized human either. It would be like exploring in some kind of wet and terrible cave.
Some gloopy cove.
Which iteration of Godzilla is it? Is it like the old school Matthew Broderick one?
Yes, the man in the suit
new
one.
That's from that terrible remake movie? Is it a Japanese one? Because they're even harder to understand.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want that on my plate. You know?
Exploring the real issues in this question.
You know, I'm taking this seriously.
I think to make it as hard as possible, obviously Wedgehead from 1990, whatever it was. What was it? 1990 some? 1990 some.
If it were just a man in a suit that were man-sized, then you could just take the suit off and have a man-girlfriend if you liked. If you're into that.
I think in which case sign me up for the big girl. That's, she could, rob banks for you and stuff, and you could
what, the Godzilla-sized girl?
Yeah.
I think it would just be slightly too impractical to have a city-sized girlfriend, even if she were of the same species.
She could take what she wanted to,
But how would you have a girlfriend chat? What happens if she wasn't happy about your lack of washing up effort? You have to get in a helicopter and travel all the way up to her face to shout at her.
At her size, then the washing up pales into insignificance when she can stomp cities.
But with the washing...
I wouldn't dare shout at her either if she was that big.
But if the washing up... I mean, she has to eat off plates. Would they be like giant flying saucer-sized plates? Would her washing up be like in a lake?
You just have a stadium full of egg and chips.
Yeah. She's still human, she still wants to do girlfriend stuff, Take her to Selfridges and buy her some...
Yeah, how she stands on Selfridges.
How are you supposed to placate her taking her shopping when she's as big as her shop? I'm going to go with man in a suit, man size, because that would be just a lot easier to deal with.
I'm going to go Godzilla girl because, she's nice and big boobs, and, she could do whatever you wanted to, as long as you were convincing enough.
Well, for our feminist audience, I'm leaning towards the big man in a suit. Option 3.
Whee!
So, 2 points to Ed. Would you rather have ropes for arms or a pull string in your back, like in Toy Story?
What would the pull string in your back make you do?
Well, it's like Toy Story, so I imagine at the very base level it would...
in my boot.
Yeah, it would say there's a snake in your boot, but it could well say things that are equally embarrassing to you, like...
Like racist things.
Yes.
I mean, could you at least hide the rope thing, or could you, cover it up, or...
Well, it's a rope, of course you could. I mean, you put a jacket on.
Yeah, exactly. So,
it's not like some sort of ultra-penetrating rope, which just goes through anything.
I mean, that's not
that
too bad at all, then, is it? I mean, if it's just in your back, and the only people are going to see it, girlfriends could see it, or boyfriends, or... That could be bad.
People are going to pull it. What would you want it to say? What would you not want it to say?
Does it know what I'm going to say? How much does it know?
I think in my mind it would be if I would reference that mention above look where the little chap with the green clarinet is always saying everyone's inner thoughts, and I think it would be like that. It would bring out your secret views.
Well, I mean, even that has got to be better than having ropes for arms, because you can do nothing with that, surely. I mean, it's just flopping around the place. I mean, you have no arms, or just have a hilarious party icebreaker,
Unless you wanted Moonlight as a was it, wacky, wild, inflatable, flailing tube man.
In which case you wouldn't fit the requirements, you had rope for arms.
But you could help out in times of need. Oh, we need this thing to be tied to this
So
other
could
thing.
you like extend more rope out of yourself so you have like extendo hands?
Ooh. Yes, I think so.
Oh, that changes the game. I mean, you could sell it and make loads of money.
Yeah, or you could just reach things.
Oh no, you can't cut it off.
Oh.
That's cutting off your arm. At the end of the day, your hand is at the end of it.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. You didn't specify that. Okay, that changes the game.
If you wheeled your rope arms into normal human armour, could you use them normally, even if they were slightly bendy?
You can use your hands. I mean, your hand is still a hand, your shoulder is still a shoulder. In between, it's rope.
So the hand still works, but it's at the end of a long bit of rope.
Yeah, so I guess you'd have to, like, I don't know, swing your body like some grotesque pendulum, get it to grab onto your shirt if you had an itch on your left ear, and then you could climb the shirt with your hand.
I think in that case, I'm going to have to go with rope in back.
Even though it would bring out your...
Even if it said embarrassing things, because you could just put a shirt on.
But what happens
And
if
then
you're,
you're
like,
fine.
asleep with some attractive lady, and she goes, ooh, what does this do? Oh, he's asleep.
She knew what she signed up for.
I mean, if you've got the lady naked in bed, you would have seen it beforehand, and you probably had to explain it.
Yeah.
And if she was still there, then I'd say that's the one to marry right there.
Alright, and you, Harry, what do you think?
I don't think I've still my base. I think the old, string in the back of their back to say something hilarious. Again, great icebreaker at parties, great at funerals.
We'll come to a
I mean,
funeral. Hey everyone, pull the string on my back! I kill people for a living.
I killed this person.
but I mean, if it reveals your most innermost thoughts, rather, then it could say good things as well. I don't think that anyone's considered that yet. So,
Hey, what, like, I actually think this person's rather lovely.
yeah, it could be like a touching thing, and then you have a kiss, and it'd be like a film.
Would it be coming out of your own mouth? Just all of a sudden you kind of brace up and you're just talking for a bit? Or would it come out of some speaker in your buttocks or something?
You're the one asking the question. You have to specify that.
I think it'd be funnier if it was just an amorphous voice that just came out of the ether. You didn't really know where it came from.
You didn't really mess with the Catholics there, couldn't you? Hey, ask me if God exists.
No,
he doesn't.
Does God exist? Buy Cheetos for a great flavour explosion.
Alright, well, I think you've all done very well, and 1 point to each team there. We now move on to round 2, Would I Rather, where I present the teams with a case and assign each one side. The team who can convince me that their side is superior wins the points. Here we go. Ed, you have to convince me that it is better to have angry kittens for hands. Harry, you have to convince me that it is better to have angry kittens for feet. Discuss.
Can I have the feet one instead?
You have the hands one, go.
Hands are so much more useful than feet. I'd much rather have hands than feet. I'm doing a terrible
Currently
job.
you have both. But
Yeah,
now you...
I've got both. If I had to lose one set, then I'd choose to lose a set of feet, because feet, you could, even if it were kittens, you could replace your feet with some kind of stump, which you could still use to sort of hobble about on, but with hands, if you want to use them to play the guitar, or masturbate, or pick up anything, then it's a lot better to have hands than stumps or angry kittens.
But in this case, you very much have angry kittens.
I mean, angry kittens are fantastic. You should want to have angry kittens for hands.
Oh, let's come back to you.
So I'm going to actually argue my point here. I mean, if cats always land on their feet, and you have cats 4 feet, then you would always land on your feet, where you'd fall over or be involved in a car crash. So that's practical. I mean, depending how angry they are, they'd be more angry as a result of said car crash. But I mean, you'd still land on your feet, wouldn't you? And if you were down on your luck and out of a job, you could still land on your feet. But we're talking in metaphors, for example.
I really don't think we're addressing the real issue here, is that cats use litter trays. So would you, basically, would you rather have shit emanating from your hands or from your
Where
feet?
does the cat stop and the limb end? I mean...
Okay, for hands, I think it's the wrist.
Do the kittens have feet? Or I mean, do you just go into their back or their back sides or what?
I think you would go into their back, so that it's perpendicular to your shin.
Right, okay.
So it'd be where a foot stops. Where does a foot stop? Where does foot become leg?
Ankle.
Ankle. Yeah, alright, so you have kitten from ankle down, perpendicular to your leg.
That's not bad, that's adorable, isn't it?
So you don't need to move your legs, they can just move their legs, assuming they could support a human.
Kittens only have to support the mass of a kitten, and if you had a human man, bearing down on 2 tiny kittens, then you turn into, 2 flappy dead kittens very quickly if you tried to use them for...
This is true, you land on your feet and then you...
That's true.
Then you squish the kittens.
Land on your
I mean,
kittens.
presumably once they die, what happens? So I have to have them for life, or can I...
Yeah, you can't amputate these kittens. I mean, they're there, regardless of they're alive or dead.
What if they die, even if you use up
Then you
all
have-
18 lives?
Very good. Then you have dead kittens upon your respective limbs.
I can't imagine having kittens for hands is practical. I mean, you know, you can't be
No,
anything
to
up.
be honest.
You know, with hands, you could be in a wheelchair with them on your feet and you could still do stuff, but on your hands, what are you can do with that? They'd be clawing everything. Plus, they're angry. We can't forget that. So that is an impractical thing for hands.
If you wanted to be some kind of terrible bank robber or shit superhero,
Why would you want to be one of those?
people are, weird. If you wanted to be that, you could have kittens for hands, and you could make a name for yourself in the weird bit of the internet.
It's the cat burger.
Yeah, but what happens when they grow up?
Then you'll have cats.
So,
in your
yes, you could you can't train a cat, but you could try.
Well, you've already got it attached to you, and then it would just be busy trying to lick itself, or shit, or catch birds, and then you're just attached to these things. And what if they didn't get on? Then you've got these two cats attached to you that hate each other. Would suck.
So far, it's not looking good for the angry hands.
Yeah, I mean, not that.
I have nothing more to add. I think he's made his bed with this one.
Well, good. I think at the end of that round, Harry's looking pretty good. So I think 2 points to Harry. For the next question, Harry,
Yes.
you need to convince me that it is better to have 14 ears. Ed, you need to convince me that it's better to have a little bit of jizz under one eyebrow.
Under one eye, that doesn't give you much room between eyebrow and eye. Would it be like on my eyelid?
I guess so. Yeah, where you're pointing, which is for our viewers without television sets, which is most of you, just on the bony bit underneath his eyebrow, but before the fleshy eye.
What if you wiped the jizz off?
Well, for the purposes of the question, that would be quite a convenience. I think it would just be replaced by more jizz. Fresh and slightly warm.
Would it be my jizz?
Or
Or someone else's? Whose jizz?
Ben Stiller's. He's done there's something about Mary moment, and you were in the room when it happened, and you just got some dust marks back.
Where are the ears?
Harry?
Well, I'd like to think that they're all over. But I mean, that's got to be useful. I think you could hear anything you wanted to. You get a job hearing things or transposing things or, you know.
All over your body.
Women would say you're a good listener. That's got to be a plus, hasn't it?
All over your body.
Well, again, you're asking the question. You can specify.
Well, no, I think you've done a good job there, but
Alright.
I'm sorry to lower the tone, but
No.
everything down in the midsection.
I mean,
Are
these ears replacing other limbs or parts of my body? Or are they just...
No, they're just attached.
Well, that's alright, you know. I mean, you'd be able to hear things that you wouldn't want to hear, but I mean, you could use that as a skill, as I said, and you could make a career out of it, and...
A career!
Yeah. Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, I mean, come on, having ears, it's got to be better than the alternative, surely.
Convince me, Harry.
Well, just a little bit of jizz. I mean, that's no big deal breaker. People won't call you up about it in parties. They'll just think, oh, he's got a little bit of something. It's probably not jizz because people don't assume that kind of thing in polite society.
But people would always wonder, like, why is he squinting at me? Is he winking? Does he want to make out with me? Is he coming on to me?
Well, he couldn't possibly wink because then his eye would well shut.
That's true.
With the ears, are they on your bum?
I think how many of them? 14 ears.
14 ears.
Uniformly distributed everywhere on the body.
Because if you wanted to sit down and you sat on an ear, then that would hurt. And that wouldn't be nice.
Not necessarily. I mean, you can put your body weight on when you're well, it's only your head,
Your
isn't
body,
it?
your head weight on an ear on a soft pillow is all right. Your body weight on your bum on concrete with an ear in the way might be a different matter.
Presumably, you'd learn to adapt, though, surely. I mean,
It would very much certainly be on at least one butter.
Or you get like a hemorrhoid cushion, but with ear cutouts instead.
Ear defenders, just, on your bum.
Just everywhere.
Go on.
What if someone shouted at you? Then, if you wanted to put your fingers in your ears, then you'd have to have 14 fingers, which people don't have. So you couldn't.
Especially not distributed evenly around your body.
that is fair, but I could buy earplugs. I have to buy 14 earplugs, or 7 sets rather, but I mean, that wouldn't be the most convenient thing. Having jizz in your eyelid, that would just be a mess, surely. I mean, people would assume. They would know what it was. And they feel so awkward around you, they wouldn't invite you to any more parties. They're like, oh, that's that guy with jizz in his eye. I mean,
Maybe they would.
he wasn't wiped off yet after 5 years of knowing him. What's wrong with him? Jesus.
Maybe they like it. Maybe that would be the quirky thing about you that they enjoy. They think it's endearing.
How many people do you know?
Wrong thing.
Just a little bit of jizz. They might go, oh yeah, bring Harry round. He's the guy with a bit of jizz on his face. That's fun.
I mean, if you
Look
want
at it with
to...
Ethel. She's got a little bit of discharge on her something.
Well, wrapping up that round on a high, I'm giving 2 points to Edmund for your jizz on an eyelid.
Nice. You shouldn't have.
And on to our final round. Would the internet rather, where we take a submission from the internet and squeeze every last drop of reason from it. Our submission this week comes from Keith74 on Twitter, where he asks, would you rather have no one turn up to your wedding or no one turn up to your funeral?
I mean, who's going to know at a funeral? You're dead.
It'd be dead boring if no one turned up. Insert bun face onto the audio track.
Are you proud of that?
No.
Yeah, if you're dead, sod them. You don't know, they don't know. You're busy doing dead people things, like
I
haunting.
thought you were going to stop at doing dead people. I'm glad you didn't.
At the wedding, does your bride turn up or not? Or is it just no one?
Well, no one
Yeah,
turns
that's
up to your
fair,
wedding, and clearly...
Well, that's awful. That's such a waste of money. I mean, it's so expensive. And
Well, I think for the purpose of the question, your wife also counts as a human, so therefore she would not turn up to your wedding.
well, that's clearly got to be the funeral then, because then you wouldn't care. But at a wedding, that's a lot of money just spent. You know, all the canapes will be there. You know, all the flowers. Flowers are expensive at weddings. You know, ridiculous.
At the funeral, you could use it to your advantage. You could go and haunt people and then move their cups around and throw them at them and say, you didn't turn up to my funeral, you f***. Get the tits off them.
Fair enough.
I'd almost prefer that to people turning up.
Well, good job, Ed. I'm going to give 2 points to Keith there. Well done, Keith. Our final submission comes from Bradley on Facebook, who says, ladies and gents, would you rather reverse one decision you make every day, or be able to stop time for 10 seconds every day?
Stop time 10 seconds every day? Well, probably. Yeah, because if you realised what your bad decision was, then you could go back and do it as long as it was 10 seconds ago. It wasn't something like, I'll decide to get on this plane, and then half an hour later it crashes, then you'd be shit out of luck.
But you could stop time for those 10 seconds right before it crashes, and just pop out.
What, into the sky?
No, before it crashes, like, it'll be right off the ground, and then just stroll away, but you have to get away within 10 seconds, I mean, gargantuan explosion.
Aeroplane petrol explosion.
If you reverse the decision, then do you get to live that decision again, or do you just have to live with the ramifications of it? Because, I mean, say you had a chance to have sex with a lady, and then you said no, and then you thought, I could have done that. Then it's changed, and you have done. You just know it, or you get to go and do it again?
Well, hang on, this is going to get all paradoxical.
This is dull. We should start this bit again.
No, we're going to press on. You are completely aware that you've changed your own decision.
Yeah, well,
You can discuss in the comments whether that is paradoxical or not. I really don't care, but go for it.
Well, in that case, I'd totally go with the, having changed one decision each day. It's only one, but that's enough. It'll make you happier as a result of it. Whereas 10 seconds is not enough time to change anything significant, surely.
Ed, any thoughts?
I don't do many things that I regret each day. Like, there might be the odd thing every now and again. Not every day, but then stopping 10 seconds. You could go and make plans around that and have fun.
What do you do in 10 seconds that is enough to change time would make a difference?
Every time travel film ever made, 10 seconds is enough to catch the guy's mum from Back to the Future.
But the 10 seconds isn't time travelling, it's stopping time. Which I suppose you could say is travelling. It's not really. It's sort of travelling laterally.
Yeah, you wouldn't have enough time to do anything significant at that time. I mean, you could maybe try robbing a bank, but you get 10 seconds into robbing that bank, and that we're not in well, because then you'd be behind the counter with the money in your hands and be like, oh shit.
No, what me?
As long as you put it in an inconspicuous briefcase rather than a sort of burlap sack with a dollar sign on it.
With swag.
Yeah,
I mean, do you remember when swag meant stuff I've stolen from a bank, not whatever God knows the internet has made it a mean
Dollar signs.
Just, dollar signs and chains and gangsterness.
Yeah.
How does the 10 seconds work with regard to daylight savings? Because with daylight savings, when you got to miss a day, when you got to add a day in, then they do the same date over again, so the clock goes round twice than what it would. So can you use that 10 seconds across that and then have a whole extra day?
On a clock,
right,
you'd be an hour and 10 seconds, but in real life, you don't go forward 10 seconds to the next hour and you go, oh, I've been here for an hour, Ed. You're like, no, you haven't. You've been standing there the whole time.
See, if I were able to go back in time and reverse decision, I could have interrupted Ed before he told that anecdote, and that would have been great.
On a clock, you have 10 seconds. In real life, you don't have 10 seconds occurring. You just have the passage of time. So, f*** your clocks.
I think you've answered your own question, though. Regardless of if it's daylight savings, you have a passage of time of 10 seconds, so f*** your daylight savings.
This is a public service announcement to everyone. Get rid of daylight savings. It f***ing sucks. Everyone hates it.
Anyway, can I have your final submissions?
What were the questions again?
And Harry.
I would reverse one soon each day.
And that's 2 points to Harry because he remembered the question. And that looks like all the time we have for this evening. Let's take a look at the scores, and we can see that it's a dramatic ending to the episode with a draw. But the real winner is Keith for not taking part and still winning 2 points. Otherwise, 5 points for Harry, 5 points to Ed.
Yeah.
And before we leave, that's one final word for our audience. We're going to keep this a rolling thing for each episode. Would you rather, Ed?
Be on television, but you weren't allowed to wear clothes.
And Harry?
Not be on television, but you're not allowed to wear clothes.
Okay, well that's your question, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, all that bullbaggery. And we bid you good night, and thank you.
Bye!
This episode of Would You Rather starred Gareth, Ed and Harry from GameHog. It was produced by Gareth and Ed and edited by Gareth. The music was written by Alex Lanyon, backing by Kevin MacLeod, and social media produced by Chloe.